I've got a choice of tea this evening. I can have lamb, or I can have chicken, or I can have both.
Well, I'm a wild man, I'm a crazy man, I like a rockin' band with a cold one in my hand. I like to take a chance with every passing glance. When she looks at me, it makes me wanna scream. Oh yeah, oh yeah, I'm a wild and crazy man. Have a little fun on a Friday night, dancing with the girls till the morning light, that's right. Never gonna change from the way I...
Hello everyone, this video is dedicated to all you good people out there. I've always wanted to go wild camping, but you've never actually got round to doing it. It's something I've been meaning to do for a while, but I didn't want to go out in the wild and try this for the first time, so I've taken a slightly safer option. After a lot of searching around online, I came up with this site. I've got my own fire pit, surrounded by bushes and fields, and even better, I've got the place to myself. I wanted to try and make a tarp tent. It's not something I've tried before, but I've seen lots of videos online. I've bought far too many pegs and far too much in the way of guy lines and string, but that's okay. This is good to practice and to set it all up. Let's see how we get on. It's proper stony here. If I remember this right, we pin these. Gosh. This is going to be a struggle. There's so much stone here. Tuck that corner under. Well, my setup has not turned out exactly as I've seen in other videos, but it's up. When I first came to this site and started setting up, I saw all these bent pegs, so I've just rounded them up and put them in a pile tidy. I understand why now, because underneath the ground there's so much stone there. As long as it doesn't get windy, I should survive. I've got a choice of tea this evening. I can have lamb, or I can have chicken, or I can have both. You might want to move away from there, love. We're firing up. Seriously, that is a chicken that wants to be dinner. What are you doing in the fire pit? Get out! Off you go, see you later. Off you go, love. Off you go. I was going to get all bushcrafty, but it's not going to happen. I'm running out of time. Little bit of that and you should get going. Off you go, love. I'm looking forward to me lamb. Although saying that, I might be spending the night with the chicken. We seem to be getting on well together. How am I going to tell my other half I've spent the night with another bird? Whilst that's getting going, I'll sort out my bedding for this evening. Sorry girls, we can't have a threesome tonight. Although you're all welcome to come to dinner. I thought I'd quickly show you my setup. We got a 3x3 DD tarp, which I've set up as a canopy tent. Underneath, I've put this old tarp I've got, and you can probably see from my knees, it's not waterproof. So that's a bit of a problem. I'll remember that for next time. Got a foam mat. I've got an inflatable mat. British Army bivvy bag. Got my snug pack sleeping bag with expander panel. And this setup gives me loads of room inside. And also I've got a self-inflating mat. I'll just close the valve on that. I like the self-inflating mat inside because when I'm on it I can turn around and I don't bring all the material with me. It all stays in one place. So this is me setup. It's not the most lightweight in the world, however it's cost effective for my budget. Time for some Larry. I've got some Moroccan spice, I'll give it a good rub with that. And throw on some garlic. Lovely job. To go with the lamb, I was going to have some stew. Nothing fancy. I must say, where I am is absolutely brilliant for what we want to do. It's a fantastic setup. I can highly recommend searching out sites that are like nearly wild camping. And then giving them a go if you're new to this. Because for me, I've got the opportunity to try new things. As I said before, in a safe environment. Let's chuck in some rosemary. A few more herbs, some white pepper. I like a bit of white pepper. More garlic. Nearly forgot me peas. And I've also got one of these beef cubes. I didn't really want to get it on my hands, but it's all good. Oh, that's nice and hot. Didn't account for that. Doesn't quite fit. Hang on. just about. Let's see if we can turn this bad boy over. Oh, beautiful. I must say I've got an absolutely perfect night for this. There's no wind in the trees. I've got the birds singing. I've got nobody here with me. It's absolutely fantastic. As an introduction to wild camping for me, this has been a fantastic experience so far. I'm glad I've bought me ironwork for cooking. That's working out absolutely perfectly. Other kits I'm glad I bought. My chair. I absolutely love that chair. It's been all around Europe with me and it's still perfect as the day it was bought. I am actually trying out these little feet that I got. That was the only problem with this chair, the Helinox. It kept sinking in the ground and we tried different things and I'm trying out these at the moment. These are like little leg stoppers and they're ever so cheap and it seems to be doing the job. There's so many ideas companies have come out with for like putting feet on the bottom of these, and I've seen another one where there's like a mat thing that goes underneath and they're all really expensive and it's like, no, you're having a laugh. So I've gone for these. I'll tell you about them some other time when I've tried them out a little bit more. The chap who owns this site, he said that you can see deer in the evening sometimes. I've not managed to spot them, but it's nice to see and hear the birds in the trees. Let's turn him again. Nice and slowly cooked. Bring him down a bit more to the heat. Let's take a look at that stew. Gonna add the tiniest bit of flour to this. This is buckwheat flour. It's a relative of rhubarb. I can't do normal flour, so I do this stuff. And it's excellent. Usually you wouldn't put normal flour in like this, but buckwheat flour behaves a bit differently. It's beautiful stuff to use. I've not really timed anything, but this must have been going for about an hour and a half. So I reckon he's going to be done. And I'll take that off. I'll leave this to rest and let that cool down a bit. I know I've said this earlier, but as an introduction to wild camping, I really couldn't have done any better than this. I've got everything to myself. I've got a lovely fire going, fantastic piece of meat and my stew. What more can you ask for? Just because we're out in the wild doesn't mean we can't eat properly. As soon as I find a flat piece of land, nearly, that's good enough. My stew's cooled down now. Should be good to eat. It's the best way of doing this. Let's get some out. I'll leave some in a pot for seconds. Get rid of that. And now the lamb. Well, you didn't think I was going to save any for tomorrow, did you? Let's chop a piece off, see what he's like. Whoops, he's off. Come back. Oh my word. Beautiful. I've dropped it on the blooming floor. There's no way we're doing the 3-second rule. That's going in the fire. I try not to lose anymore. I don't usually eat this late, but I guess you're doing this sort of stuff, you can't rush it. And it was worth the wait. I kind of over anticipated how much I could actually eat. So I'll bag that up later. And it was exceedingly nice. Time to put the kettle on. As it's coming up to Easter, I've got a choice. I've got this Rolo egg, or I've got a muffin that somebody kindly made me. I think I'll go with the muffin. There's an owl in the background. Amazing. I had a visit a few minutes ago from the owner. He came along and he gave me a couple of eggs, so I could have them for breakfast. But I'm shooting off early, so I'll probably take them home. So that was very nice of him. I'll leave a link in the description to this place if it's something you're interested in and you live local to the area in the southwest. I got to admit, this is the hardest bit sleeping wise, is to snuggle down into all this. But I've got absolutely bags of room in here. And I can snuggle down a bit more. If it rains, I'll snuggle in a bit more. I'm getting hot in here already. I'll have to take this off in a minute. Anyway, I'll bid you good night and I'll see you in the morning. Good morning everyone. It's a bit chilly this morning, but that's okay. I'll survive the night out in the wild, so to speak. I'm not used to sleeping outside and all the sounds around in the environment. So I didn't get a great deal of sleep. However, it was a really good experience. So if you've thought about wild camping and you've never actually got around to doing it, I can highly recommend one of these nearly wild camping sites where it's really basic. You're outside with your tent, you got somewhere to cook, and that's about it really. There is a toilet, but that's a portable one around the corner, and there's a bit of a walk. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Right, I'm going to pack up now. I've got all this nonsense to sort out. It's not going to go back as tidy as when I got it out. All the best everyone. See you next time. Info Shed out.
To the limit, never stop a minute, having fun with it. 'Cause I'm a wild man.